Guys, you will not believe the reason I haven't been on this channel. Okay, for those of you that don't get that, that's like a purely like I watch gaming videos on YouTube and I have for a few years meme kind of reference. If you need to understand any of that, I'll link one of his videos I guess below and you can just see it for yourself. But anyway, I just haven't been here for a while and that's because I'm learning new things and it's really frustrating, and so I haven't been on the channel and I'm talking like Jess from New Girl. I've just got so many new things as far as videography and filming goes. Like I got a new camera. I'm not actually using that camera right now, by the way. It's sitting over there. I got this new Steadicam to use with that camera to keep the video steady while I film, and that's important because I have a job coming up for this that I need to be ready for. And most freaking importantly, I have a new editing software. I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro now. I made the switch from Final Cut and it is so frustrating. Not the actual software, it's just that I've been so used to Final Cut / iMovie for years on end, and that's all I've been using. And now I'm switching to this new thing that's completely different. I guess I'll try to make this a little more relatable for you guys watching right now, but it's like if you switched from driving all you've known your entire life is a Toyota Camry in automatic. That's all you've ever driven. And then all of a sudden, they're like, you can't use this car anymore, but now you have to use this brand new Bugatti Veyron, and it's manual and you need to learn how to use it. It's sleeker, it's nicer, it's faster, it's not Japanese, which, I mean, I'm not being racist. It's just, wow. It's a nicer car is all I'm trying to say, but it's so much harder to use than just a Camry. To get it to work correctly and the way you want it to do, to even drive basically with that car, you need to have a lot more knowledge of that car than you did for the Camry. And that's what Adobe Premiere Pro is to Final Cut Pro. Final Cut is intuitive and kind of easy to use, and you get used to it, but it doesn't have all the abilities that Adobe has with all of their software. And Adobe is required by a lot of employers that you need for editing jobs. I just got an offer for one, but I couldn't apply because you needed to be proficient in Adobe and I am not. So like I need to learn this stuff and it's important and it'll help me get better at making this and everything else I'm gonna be making. But it's so frustrating. I'm pretty good at the saxophone, right? I'm pretty good at playing the saxophone. I've done it for what, 8 years now, and I wanted to learn the clarinet at some point because I was thinking about being a professional saxophone player, and if you're a professional saxophone player, you need to learn both clarinet and flute because you'll get called up to play those instruments. And learning the clarinet was like the worst thing. Like I hated it because it was learning something new. Like I hadn't been used to learning a new instrument in a while and I forgot how sucky that is, and it just, I never learned how to play it because it was annoying and I didn't feel like it. And I'm trying so hard to not make this like that where I just quit because it gets too hard and frustrating and annoying, and I really don't want to do it. I have a really bad habit of quitting when things get rough, and I'm trying to not do that this time. Also, I just realized that I used a relatable example as a Bugatti Veyron. Like any of us have driven a Bugatti Veyron. I haven't even seen a Bugatti Veyron in real life, so like, I'm sorry. But anyway, this is why the gaming channel hasn't come around yet, and I was working on that. I recorded a few episodes, but I just couldn't edit them together, and also the game wasn't scary enough yet. So those will be coming out. I just have to learn how to use this stuff, and I hope you guys can bear with me through this, and I will be having videos come out, but it was just so I didn't want to open that editing software, and it's because I have that habit of quitting, and I need to break it. You know, you hear all these like great speeches about how things are going to get hard and you need to push through it because that's what makes you a better person and all this. Yeah, it's easy to say. It's that's so easy to say. But there's a lot of things I've quit now that I think about it, and I don't want this to be one of them. It's when you're really passionate about something, that's the only time that, personally, I can push through something that's really hard. Because I wasn't passionate about the clarinet. It was just learning it because I felt like it. And I couldn't do it. I didn't care enough. But I've always loved editing since I first picked it up, and I was like, I want this video to be a little better, so I'm gonna edit it and I'm gonna condense things into a better video than just watching me play 3 hours of frickin' Call of Duty or something. The edited down bits were still not that great footage, but like, I've never felt so much connection to an activity as I have with editing and making something good. Like, I can sit in a chair for 9 hours making a 4-minute video into a 3-minute and 50-second video, and I will be so happy with that. Like, I'm like, oh, I made that video better. And I get so excited about that. And I can't wait until I get to that point with Adobe Premiere Pro. But in the meantime, it sucks. So this video has just been basically me yelling at the camera about how my life is terrible, even though I'm using an expensive editing software, doing expensive stuff on an expensive computer. Yep, white people problems. Just hardcore white people problem. White, straight, male people problems, in fact. Guys, I will have a video for you next week. I actually have an idea this time, so I'm probably not gonna skip on it, and it'll actually help me get better at using the editing software. So we're gonna try to do this. I will see you next week. Hope you have a great one this week. I didn't say it in the right order, but who cares? You don't. Probably. I don't know. I care a little bit, but not enough to redo that take, and now I'm just gonna keep talking, and bye! Also, random note, I'd just like to say that at the beginning of this channel, the lighting was terrible. And at this point in my channel, it's still not great, but my face looks pretty good for being my face. And my overhead light isn't even on. I'm just using exterior. I'm improving. Also, if you want to see some progress, look at the bookshelf. Go back to my first video. Don't turn off the audio and stop watching it because it's cringy and you don't want to see that. But it was like halfway full, and now we got stack singular of book. Just a single stack of books. I've read like maybe 8 of them, but I bought them though.